In one of the previous lectures of this section, we learned how to loop over an object using object.keys, object.values, and object.entries method. Each of these method returns us an array, and then on that array we can loop over using for off loop or for loop or for each loop, etc. Now, looping over object has become much more easier when we use for in loop. So in that case, we do not have to create an array of object properties or object values and then loop over it. Instead, we can directly loop over an object using for in loop. So in this lecture, let's learn about for in loop and how we can use it. So the for in loop in JavaScript, it is used to iterate over the enumerable properties of an object. It's important to understand that it is designed for objects, not arrays. Although you can technically use for in loop to loop over arrays, but it is generally not recommended. And also when you use for in loop to loop over an object, for each iteration you're going to get the property name. And when you use for in loop to loop over an array, for each iteration you're going to get the index of the element in that array. And we'll see that with an example. But the syntax of for in loop is something like this. So just like for off loop, first we use for keyword followed by a set of parentheses. In there we create a variable. After that, instead of off keyword, we use in keyword. And then we specify the object on which we want to loop over or the array on which we want to loop over. So here the key point to remember is in for in loop, inside the parenthesis, we use in keyword. And when we use for off loop, inside the parenthesis, we use off keyword. Another difference between for in and for off is that the variable which we create, this variable in case of for in loop receives the property name if we are looping over an object, or it receives the index of the element when we are looping over an array. But in case of for off loop, when we are looping over an array or any other iterable, the variable which we create inside the parenthesis, it receives the value. For example, if we are looping over an array, the variable which we create that receives the elements of that array and not the index of the element. So this is another difference between for in and for off loop. So let's understand for in loop with some examples. And let's start with looping over an object. So here, let me create a variable. Let's call it product. And to that, I'm going to assign a product object. Okay. And let me remove this product array. So now we want to loop over this product object. And for that, we can use for in loop. So to use for in loop, first we use for keyword followed by a set of parentheses. There we create a variable. You can call this variable anything. Here I'm going to call it as key because in this variable we are going to receive the property names. Then we have to use in keyword followed by the object on which we want to loop over. Here we want to loop over this product object. Then we use set of curly braces, and inside these curly braces we can write the body of the for in loop. For now, I'm simply going to log the value of the key which we are going to receive for each iteration. So this for in loop, it is going to loop over each property of this product object, and for each property, this key is going to receive the property name. So if I save the changes, you will see that for each iteration, it is logging the property name. So name is the property name, price is the property name, and color is the property name. Now, if you want to get the value of the properties, then you have to use the object name, which in this case is product. After that, you can use a set of square brackets, and inside that you can specify key. We know that this key is going to store the property name. So when we say product, and in the square bracket, when we specify the property name, it is going to return us the value of that property. So this is square bracket notation, which we have already learned about in the very beginning of this course. So if I save the changes now you will see that instead of logging the property names, it is logging the property values. So this is how you can use for in loop to loop over each property of an object. To get the property name, you can simply use key, and to get the value of the property on the object, you can use square bracket notation, and in the square bracket, you can specify key. If I save the changes, you see it is logging the property name and property value, property name, property value, property name, property value. So this key, the variable which we are creating here, it is going to receive the property name, and on that object, if we use square bracket notation, and in the square bracket when we specify the property name, basically this variable which is storing the property name, it will give us the value of that property. So here inside the for in loop body, we are simply logging the property name and its value, but if you want, you can also write some complex logic inside these curly braces. But to understand how for in loop works, this should be fine. Now we can also use for in loop to loop over an array, as I have already mentioned. So let's try to loop over an array using for in loop. So here let me create a variable. Let's call it index in, and then let's specify the array name, which is colors. Now here why I'm calling the variable as index is because in this for in loop, for each iteration, this variable, it is not going to receive the array element. Instead, it is going to receive the index of the array element. So let me show you that. So here I'm using curly braces to write the body of the for in loop, and in there, if I go ahead and if I log index, and if I save the changes, you will see it is logging the index of each element in this colors array and not the element itself. But instead of in, if I use of, then this index is going to receive each element and not its index. If I save the changes, you will see that now it is logging each element. So this is the difference between for of and for in loop. For of loop, the variable receives the iterable elements, but when we use for in loop, the variable which we create here, it receives the index of the element. All right, now inside this for in loop, you have access to the index, and if you want to get the value on that index, then what you can do is you can use the array name, which in this case is colors, and then again you can use square brackets and you can specify index. So this will give you the element at that index. If I save the changes, you can see when we are logging index inside this for in loop, it is logging the index of the element and this colors and then the square bracket, and inside that when we are specifying the value of the index, it is returning us the element at that index, and that has been logged here. So this is for in loop. But remember that if you want to loop over an iterable like an array or a string or map or set, then it's better to use for of loop. Only when you want to loop over the properties of an object, in that case, you can use for in loop. And here we also talked about the difference between the for of loop and for in loop. So this is all I wanted to cover in this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.